Shout out to the members! With Season 5 of Marvel Rivals approaching, as per usual there will be a shift in the meta, a new character coming out, cool skins, all that good stuff. It has basically been confirmed already that Rogue and Gambit are the next characters coming to the game. At the time of this recording, there hasn't been a trailer or anything, but with leaks and whatnot, it's basically confirmed that they are going to be the next two characters. Now enough about those two, I'm really here to discuss what we on this channel really care about. What most of us are excited for and looking forward to is the nerfs, the buffs, the changes and kits that are coming potentially in Season 5. For those of you guys who are subscribed to this channel and follow along and all that good stuff, you guys already know over here on this side, we're looking forward to our baby girl, Storm, to receive some kind of buff, some kind of kit changing aspect. It could be the smallest thing, you know what I mean? But we've been waiting probably since Season 2 after she got her nerf. After having different discussions and chats with you guys in the live streams as well as the comment section of these videos, I put together a little wish list or just some stuff that we're all hoping as Storm mains that, you know, changes that they make to her character. Before we get into the list, go ahead and drop a comment down below about what you guys are most excited for coming into Season 5 of Marvel Rivals. And if you guys do enjoy the list, if you guys enjoy the content over here on the channel, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so that way you guys know when we're streaming every week. So without further ado, let's get to our wish list. Okay, so first things first, I mean, this is like just a basic one. We don't even really have to discuss much about this one. For the longest, we've been wanting some kind of buff to her movement speed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's by far the slowest, or one of the 5 slowest characters in this entire game. And don't get me started on the other flyers because they all have some kind of way to move faster, or they just are faster. And so the devs are basically going to tell me that the weather goddess that can move lightning, thunder, rain, hail, everything, can basically just move as slow as dirt. Like, what are we doing? But don't get me wrong, I know the whole point of her kit is to be around her team anyway, so moving her super fast, kind of like you don't want people moving too far away from their team to receive the buffs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, when there's team fights being lost, we can't get out of there. So even if they were to just make just a slight buff to say her win mode, to where the percentage just goes up by maybe a little bit, then that just might make the biggest difference in the world. Okay, next up, here is another one that, I mean, I've seen and I've agreed with numerous amount of times, is that the situation with Storm and other team ups is just, I don't know, it's weird to me. It just seems like anytime they want to think about a new team up with Storm, it's just another way to change her ultimate. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because a team up ultimate for her could just look as cool as possible, whatever it might be, but it doesn't matter when every other character just counters her ult anyways. Maybe she can just get another team up that's similar to the one that she had at launch. That was the team up that she had with Thor. In that team up, Thor basically gave her Thor Force, which allowed her to have an extra attack that accumulated chain lightning damage. With different X-Men coming into the game, I just figured that at some point we can get some kind of team ups with Storm. Or as long as they're bringing different characters to the game with like elemental abilities, then I mean that should be added in as well. For example, Luna's Snow. How about we give Storm kind of like a hail ability? There's a countless amount of other team ups with other characters in the game that I can make that might make sense for the character. But you know what? We'll never know. We just got to keep hoping, and this is kind of one of the biggest ones. All right, next up on the list, I wanted to just talk about chain lightning in general because as an effect, that should be something that could be part of her kit. Now don't worry, I'm not trying to make her broken or anything because I mean she already does piercing damage, which her primary already doesn't do like a ton of damage, and her bolt rush also does piercing damage. But what if you added a chain lightning effect to the bolt rush? And if you need to take away the piercing effect from the bolt rush to add a chain lightning effect, then I'm sure everyone would love that even better. Or it can just be circumstantial, so where you're in the win mode and it doesn't do a chain lightning and just pierce, and then if you're in the damage mode, maybe it adds the chain lightning effect. But these are just ideas. Alright, that one is kind of short, but next up, let's get into the wind ability. Just the coolness and the uniqueness about Storm having weather control and being able to switch between 2 different weather styles to have different play styles and abilities is really fascinating. But from what I understand and from what I've gathered from other players and people in my comment section and whatnot, the wind ability is just not utilized as much. Half the time no one really sees a need for it because you only need it when after you die, you're trying to get back to the fight even quicker, or you switch to it really fast if you already have your goddess boost activated and you're just trying to get out of a fight. So basically if they just make the wind boost just more viable for her character in general, maybe people might just play her more. And since we're already on the topic for weather control, someone in the chat actually had a great idea for this ability. What if they were to add 2 separate cooldowns? And by that, we're talking about when you can activate the goddess boost for wind and lightning. So for example, we can activate the goddess boost while we're in the wind mode and say we just no longer need to use it anymore. Then we switch over to lightning and then activate that goddess boost. Understandably, this might make her a little more tricky as a character, which might move her up from like a 3-star difficulty to a 4-star, but honestly, I'm sure no one has a problem with that. Alright, and then one final buff that I think can be added for this character is just a boost in health or something when she's in her ultimate. Or if that honestly comes with a team up, that also works too. The problem is that there's no reason to ever use Storm's ultimate. You're either using it to bait out the other team supports, or if you have Jeff Nato, then sometimes you don't even have to be scared. But there's just this terrible feeling that it feels like every character in the game can just counter her ultimate. So maybe a small buff in the health of the Hurricane, or maybe the speed of the Hurricane so it can't be shot down as easy. Possibly something that just doesn't make her the absolute biggest target in the world. With all that being said, I hope not every single one of these changes obviously happens, because then she'll probably just be a completely different or broken character. But hopefully we can just get something. If there's anything that I forgot to mention in this video, go ahead and comment down below on what you guys want the most to come in Season 5. And it doesn't even have to be for Storm. It could be for one of your favorite characters, or anything that you guys have faced and you want to get nerfed immediately. Or you can just mention down below any characters that you just want to change their entire kit completely. So thank you to everyone who's been watching the video for this long. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like down below. It really helps the channel. Goes a long way. And subscribe if you're new. We're live every week, sometimes multiple times a week. So be sure to also have those notifications on. Alright, love every single one of y'all. See y'all in the next video. Peace.
The moon haunts you! This is real firepower!
I am ready to put on a show!